Joe, what's impressed you most about the way Greg Bird has swung the bat?
Just his clutch hits. I mean, he's had so many clutch hits for us. And you think about a young man that doesn't know the league. You know, he's seeing some guys for the second time, but his hits have been big hits. And I think about, you know, he started off really well. And he went through a little, you know, funk for a few days, but he bounced right back out of it. And he's been really good.
You mentioned the fact that he doesn't really know the league. You look at that final at bat there. He's actually down on the count, able to remain calm and wait for a good pitch to hit. Does he seem like he's older than a rookie out there when he's playing?
I mean, he's very patient at the plate. He understands what he wants to do. And for a young player to really have a plan and understand what you want to do, you don't see that very often. But he's very skilled. You know, he has a great eye, and he makes adjustments well, too.
His organization clearly had a lot of belief in him, but did you even expect these type of numbers from him? 34 games, 10 home runs, 4 of which were game winners?
Well, I mean, I think that's hard to ask from anyone. I mean, that's, you know, you think about in 34 games you hit 10 home runs. I mean, you're talking about the top players in the game in a sense. I mean, that equates to almost 50 home runs. So, but he's been big for us.
Joe, what did you see with Miller?
He left the fastball up down the middle. I mean, is the bottom line. I mean, he's been really good. I don't make too much of it. You know, he made a mistake with one pitch, and then, you know, and then he gives up the ball off the end of the bat, you know, and it kind of leads to getting in the bases loaded. But he did a tremendous job.
You had 2 relievers that were a little shaky in Betances and Miller. You had a 21-year-old on the mound in Severino. How valuable was Brian McCann on a night like tonight?
Well, I think he was really valuable, and I think Sevy made some really good adjustments. You know, I think he learned from his last start a little bit, and you know, the good thing about it, I don't think he made too much of it. I think he chalked it up as a day just not having my command, and that's why I pitched poorly, and that's what you want to see because every pitcher is going to go through those days.
That final strikeout in the 6th, it seemed to show a lot of emotion. Did you feel like overall he showed more emotion tonight than he has in the past?
Maybe a little bit. You know, he's pretty even-keeled. So when you do see something, you know, but, you know, that's good. I mean, he's enjoying it. He's competing. And he understands the magnitude of the games. And, you know, it's good.
I guess challenged Batista's arm there when he had the 1-run lead. Not surprising what he does out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, he made 2 throws. Donaldson makes a great play on one of them. And then, you know, he throws it right to the catcher. And, you know, you're trying to get extra runs in this game. You know, he threw the ball well tonight.
Is that a situation where you have to take the chance there and you just tip your cap if he makes that play?
Yeah, I mean, he made really good throws, so I don't fault anyone. You know, he just put 2 balls on the money, basically. It's probably as emotional, as loud as I've seen it this year, which is understandable, obviously. But he was probably as fired up as I've seen him all year too, which, you know, our kids are doing a lot for us in this race, and they're having fun too. It's a great experience.
Beltran's hit almost gets lost in all of that. How important at the time was that particular?
Well, real important. Carlos has had some big home runs here when you think about the last 2 series that we've had here, and Carlos has been a big part of our offense, and again, he was tonight. Yeah, I mean, you can learn a lot from Carlos Beltran. And Carlos was that young player, you know, that was talented, and people had a high ceiling for him, and you know, he continued to develop and get better every year. So he's a good stabilizing force to have around here for our kids. And he's willing to teach.
At the risk of overstating, and I'm sorry if you addressed this already.
It's okay.
I mean, did Bird's home run save your division title hopes?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I mean, mathematically you're still in it, but I mean, with the way they've played, and with us not having a chance to play, we would have dug ourselves a pretty deep hole.
Did you think about having Noel run for Young?
Yeah, I mean, you can. You know, I thought about that, but you know, the second and third, nobody out, and you figure that you're going to get a run, and it just didn't work out. So, I mean, that's something that you think about when it happens, sure.